Howdy, y'all, and welcome to part 2 of my What is PragerU series. If you haven't seen the first video, it's linked in the description, but you don't need to have seen it to enjoy this one. Now, videos are what people think of when they think of PragerU, and for the vast majority of people, that will be pretty much all of their interaction. Just a few videos here and there. But then there are the outliers, the people who consume a frightening amount of PragerU content. If this is you and you don't like the content, well, then you're me. But if you love PragerU, you join PragerFORCE. So what is PragerFORCE? Is it a reference to how Dennis Prager thinks a wife should be forced to have sex with her husband, whether or not she wants to? Well, no, but good guess. Are you looking ahead in my script, actually? No, PragerFORCE is actually the PragerU student organizing group. PragerU is not merely content to advertise to young people. They want young people to join them and then advertise their material to others. When you head to the PragerFORCE section on PragerU's website, you're met with this list of benefits to joining.
Become part of a network with thousands of other young patriots.
Yeah, this is code for access to a Facebook group.
Get access to exclusive events, both in person and virtually. Meet leaders in the movement. Opportunities to be featured in PragerU content. Professional development and job opportunities. Fight for American values and make a difference.
Well, frankly, I'm sold. I want to make a difference, and leaders in the movement could be anyone. Maybe I'll even get to meet Ronald Reagan. So, in the interest of doing the best reporting that I can, I applied to become a member of PragerFORCE myself. But to join, you need to link your Twitter or Instagram. And my actual Twitter and Instagram are pretty clearly not a conservative teen. So I needed to make a fake account. And thus, I assumed the identity of
Chuck Wilson, a no-nonsense kind of guy who's headed up to here with these woke professors and SJW propagandists. I submitted my application and waited for the acceptance email.
Unfortunately, it's been a week, and Chuck still hasn't been accepted. I'm not exactly sure why I wasn't selected. Could it have been that I put my birthday as 6'9"? Could it have been that my only tweet was,
"What up, Twitter? Who's ready to get chucked?"
Maybe it was that I said I attended the Central University of Michigan, which isn't a real college, but does spell out cum. Regardless of what it was, I knew I wouldn't be able to get an insider's look. But the thing is that the kind of kid who would join PragerFORCE is also the kind of kid that absolutely will not shut up about being part of PragerFORCE. So I went ahead and found myself a PragerFORCer. Is that what they're called? I'm just going to go with it. Meet Gabriel Xavier St. Charles. Gabriel is a conservative Catholic from Singapore who runs his own podcast. Because of course he does. In addition to this, Gabriel is an official PragerFORCE influencer. So I thought we'd check out his video, What's Inside a PragerU Influencer Box. Let's start out by hearing what happened when Gabriel joined PragerFORCE.
I joined PragerFORCE in about January last year, and you know the story. 3 weeks later, I was flown out to LA, got to meet my conservative heroes, Ben Shapiro, Dennis Prager, yada yada yada. Really awesome stuff, life-changing story. You can watch all about it on my channel, on my Instagram. I really can't stop talking about that story. I mean, who could, It's one of those Peter Parker stories where you get bitten by a radioactive spider and then the next day you wake up with superpowers. It's one of those stories, and these things, they don't happen to just... They don't just happen to anyone.
His Peter Parker story. Spider-Man was a comic about meeting Ben Shapiro. PragerFORCE is just like getting bitten by a radioactive spider. I wore a PragerU t-shirt and I became a superhero. Well, At this point, I just gotta see what's in the box.
So now I have finally managed to open up this box. So let's reveal what's inside. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, gotta make sure it's in the camera frame. 1, 2, 3, boom. Oh, that's not very, darn it, that's not very exciting, is it? Darn.
It certainly is, Gabriel.
College life, you know, I always wanted that experience. I always felt like I missed out, but now that I'm part of, you know, Prager University, hey, I kind of got a bit of a taste of that.
I don't want to be academically biased here, but no. Watching a YouTube video about how feminism is bad is not getting the college experience.
Alright, and I have some stickers. Oh, a fridge magnet. Oh. Alright, a pop socket. Oh, a badge. I like badges. And some stickers. Right, another badge. And a t-shirt. Wow. Honestly, my favorite part of this package is the box. I like having these nice boxes.
You know, if you give someone something and they compliment the box, it means the inside had nothing good in it. So, yeah, the box is just full of a bunch of PragerU merch. You know, as expected, the only real benefits one gains from being a PragerU influencer is becoming even more of a walking billboard for the organization. I say even more because pretty much the only thing PragerFORCE members do is promote PragerU content. If you look up hashtag PragerFORCE on Twitter, you'll see Sonic porn from people spamming the hashtag. But when you go past that, it's just a couple teenagers with like 20 followers reposting PragerU videos. Or in some cases, just posting the hashtag itself over and over again. I see you, Rohan. I'm not exaggerating when I say PragerFORCE is just PragerU's unpaid advertisements. And I say this with full confidence because y'all remember how I said PragerFORCE didn't reply to my application within a week? Well, it turns out that my abysmal upload schedule came in handy. Because 3 weeks after my initial application, I finally heard back from them. Sorry, Gabriel, but it looks like this does happen to just anybody. And this second application lays out all the things you can do as a member of PragerFORCE. You can make calls, fundraise, work for them, and make a video, which they'll probably use to fundraise. At this point, I just have some honest advice for any conservative kid thinking about joining PragerFORCE. Just don't. This isn't even just because I don't like PragerU. I don't like PragerU, but there's better options for literally anything you think PragerFORCE would do for you. Want to get politically active? Work for a campaign. You get way more political experience talking to voters than you ever will retweeting a PragerU video. Want to be an influencer? Well, nobody likes an influencer who's just constantly doing promo for some brand. I've scrolled through hundreds of tweets from PragerFORCE members, and literally no one is liking these. For something as easy as being a conservative influencer, it's genuinely crazy to see how bad the PragerFORCE kids are at it. Do you want to meet Ben Shapiro and Dennis Prager so you can have your Peter Parker moment? Get better dreams. When you join PragerFORCE, you're not making a difference. You're not becoming an influencer. You're just stroking Dennis Prager's massive ego. Youth is precious, and you really shouldn't waste yours on that. You know, I would be kind of worried about turning a bunch of teens towards working on Republican campaigns and becoming conservative influencers. But fortunately, no conservative was going to watch this far into the video anyways.
But Alex, what about the people who like PragerU but aren't teenagers? What do they do?
Well, viewer who asks very convenient questions, I guess you'll just have to watch part 3. Oh dang, now that's what I call a cliffhanger. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. If you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. My social media and Patreon are in the description. And I'm sure this goes without saying, but don't go directing hate towards that Gabriel guy. Anyways, see y'all in probably another month.